Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about what happens when we have Saturn placed in your 10th house in astrology. So, once again, I am a Vedic astrologer and not a Western astrologer. However, these concepts can be used in Western astrology as well as Vedic astrology. So, there's that. So, before we begin, like I said, I am a Vedic astrologer. I do have a lot of bundle sales on all my courses, products, services, everything that you could ever want, and you can find those at gebotheshaman.com. Alright, you can see the list of them up here, and there's a lot more in the on my website. So this is not all of them, so check this out. Alright, so yeah. So let's get into Saturn in the 10th house. So what does it mean when we have Saturn in the 10th house? Well, in order to figure that out, we need to understand what Saturn means first, and then we'll talk about what the 10th house means, put them together, and create our own analysis from it. Alright, so what is Saturn? So Saturn is the cosmic boss, the cosmic judge, responsibility, structure, organization, discipline, organization, structure. It is the foundation, so it is the hard work that nobody wants to do, however, that needs to be done, because without a foundation, you can't build a house, right? So it's it is the hard work that is stable, that is permanent, that is the foundation for your growth in your life and things like that. So in the 10th house, that would be your career growth, your career prosperity and things like that. So this is the foundation for all of that, and that is based on discipline, organization, structure, responsibilities, things like that. Alright, so what is... Oh yeah, and Saturn is the lord of karma too, so you'll have some kind of karma with this house, with your career. So what's the 10th house? 10th house is the house of career. It is the house of public relationships. It is the house of it's like your reputation, your social status, how other people see you. This is the natural Aruta Lagna, and it is, yeah, it's how people see you, it's your career, your reputation, things like that. So yeah, so with Saturn here in the 10th house, this brings a lot of challenges in early life with your career. It can slow things down. It can, you might not be able to work for quite a while, or you might not find a job for quite a while in your early life, in your 20s especially. But that's a good thing. Like, it teaches you to not spend as much. Like, it teaches you to be frugal, how to manage your money, how to get by with a very little, and things like that. So that's very positive. So and then it's about it also, like, will basically give you the discipline, like, in your later life. So you might not have a strong career for, your 20s and very early 30s, but at the age of 35, it kind of lifts that burden and you become the boss. You become very disciplined, you become very organized, structured, very responsible, and you, because of that limitation that you experienced in the early life, you kind of use that to propel you to become, a CEO or something like that. And yeah, so that's that. So so it really gives you like that boost to become great when you're older in life. However, I know that most of my audience is like in their teens, 20s, and 30s, so early 30s. So anyway, so yeah, it's gonna be challenging at first. However, if you like, Saturn wants to teach you a lesson. He's there to teach you a lesson. So it's better to just go with the flow and surrender to that lesson rather than fighting it, because it's going to be much easier for you to just surrender to it rather than fighting it. So one of the things that comes into handy is Saturn mantras. So Om Namo Bhagavate Kurma Devaya. And you could do that every day for 40 days, for like once or twice a day, 108 times repetitions. And if you take my Vedic Astrology certification course, I will tell you in detail how to do that. So all the details that you need. So yeah. So there's mantras to Saturn, there's things like that. And just checking the time. So yeah, there's a lot of things that you can do, it might take more effort or more discipline for you to actually have a job. You might, it might take someone, applying to like 3 places in order to find a job. But you will have to apply to 10 places to find a job. So, yeah, it's Saturn is trying to tell you that you have to work hard for what you want, And nobody really wants a job, but, that's what you gotta do to get an income, kind of thing. Another thing that you could do with Saturn in the 10th house is start your own business. Now, again, like, if you can't find a job to work for somebody else, I would suggest starting your own business. The thing with Saturn in any placement is like, we're not talking about Saturn debilitated, exalted, or in a neutral sign. We're just talking about Saturn in the 10th house. So you could be in a really positive sign that could, benefit you and bless you in early life. However, we're just going into the generalization of Saturn in the 10th house. So, yeah. And then also you would need to look at the the planets that are like aspecting this, and I would also suggest looking at your D10 chart. That'll tell you more about your career and things like that. So, as far as me making videos on the D10 chart, that's gonna be a long way off. Because I still haven't, really gotten into any other charts besides the D1 birth chart, so. Alright guys, that does it for me. I'm tired, so please check out all my products, services, courses, everything that I have to offer up here, and go to gebotheshaman.com down here. The link is down below in the description, so you have no excuse to check my stuff out. Alright, let's see, what else? My Vedic Astrology certification course is designed to help take you through step A through step Z of how to do an astrology reading. It is so once you pass the certification exam, I'll give you your own website where you can refer clients to, so that's pretty awesome. And then it's a great opportunity for you to kind of expand your astrology skills and things like that. So you'll get clients, you'll get promoted on the channel, you'll get your own website, you'll get your a whole guide that takes you through how to give an astrology reading professionally and all that good stuff. So very powerful stuff there. And it's only $300. I don't understand why anybody wouldn't take that course if they were interested in astrology. So anyway, then we have the Vedic astrology readings. So so I have my standard reading that I do for everybody, as well as readings where I talk about your career and your relationships and things like that. So those are all customizable there. As well as birth time rectification. So if you are one of those people who does not know your exact birth time and you were born without an exact birth time, then that's what the birth time rectification service is for. So not much to tell you there. I ask you a few very simple questions, very you don't have to think about it much, but yeah. So very simple questions, fact oriented, and they basically get you down to the correct birth time. So, and so that's all I'll say about that. And then we have the Qigong courses. So Cosmic Qigong and Self-Transformation Challenge. Both great courses for beginners. They really help empower your energy body. And the Self-Transformation Challenge, I can't recommend that enough. It basically combines and synergistically energizes and stimulates the three energy centers, the three energy types of the body. So we have Shin, or the heart center energy. We have Kundalini, which is in the spine. And then we have Chi, which is in all of our organs and glands and things like that. It's in our lungs. Our whole body is made of Chi. So that's what I do. Kundalini Yoga, Shin Gong, and Chi Gong. So anyway, guys, check that out. I'm not going to go into detail about all the other stuff. You can go to gebotheshaman.com to check everything out. Alright? Peace.